Hi there, and today we're going to learn about how to adjust grid lines in Wix. So here I am in my Wix website, and the short answer is that you cannot adjust your grid lines in Wix, but we have a workaround for it. So as you can see, here is the grid lines, these dotted lines along the side and here on the top. We will also have a grid line at the bottom for the footer. And what we can really do is that we can move our header and footer size. For example, I'll move this, and we can see the grid line here for the header has now changed. But for the vertical lines, we cannot change them. And what we can do is that we have this ruler right here. If you can see, here is the ruler at the top. And in order to turn that on, you can enable rulers right here. So if I turn that off, we can see that the rulers are now gone. And if we turn the grid lines off, we can see that the grid lines are now gone. So what we can do is that we can make our own grid lines using the ruler. So for example, if I want to make a narrow grid line, I can put the grid line right here, and then we can see that I have a grid line located here. And then if I want to have another one like this one, and then now I have two grid lines. And then you can change this if you want, and then you can also delete it if you want. So for example, right here, just right click and you can say remove vertical ruler guides, and then both of them are now gone. But you can just add them back again, or what you can do is that double click on the line and then you can just delete it. And then you can also use this vertical ruler to add vertical grid lines right here. And then what you can do is that you can also do the rule of thirds by inserting more grid lines right here. So that is the workaround for adjusting the grid lines in Wix. So if I turn the grid lines on, you can see that they are still there, but now we have our own kind of like mock grid lines that are here using the rulers of the website. And that is it for this video. I hope you learned how to do it, and thank you for watching.